Biggest storms I've ever been in. Fastest sinking city in the world. It's going to be a big storm very soon. Modern take on Jakarta. It goes from 0 to 100 so quick. This is my first ever time in Jakarta, and I was met with one of the biggest storms I've ever experienced. Welcome to the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta. So I'm going to be spending the next few days or so exploring these very, very busy streets. It's a very humid day, had lots of rain and thunder this morning, lots of lightning, which I think is part of the charm of Indonesia. Even when I was in Bali, there was lots of thunder and lightning. Getting the plane journeys to and from Bali, also to Jakarta now, there's lots of lightning in the air. I think it's just the time of year that you get when you come to Indonesia. There's lots of thunderstorms. It's a very tropical country. So Jakarta is actually the fastest sinking city in the world. And as a result of that, the capital city might be moved from Jakarta to a new purpose-built city on Borneo by the mid-2040s, so around 20 years away from now, which would be a bizarre thought for it to no longer be here in Jakarta. But I guess that's one of the problems with the climate crisis. It's causing this amazing city to basically be sinking, and I'm not sure if there's too much they can do. But while it's here and thriving, I'm excited to explore. You can see behind me, it's very busy. Lots and lots of traffic here in Jakarta. And it's my first time here, so it's all brand new for me. So I'm very excited to explore. Lots of people beeping, had people waving at me then. But yeah, I'm excited to explore. It's meant to be a beautiful city, so there's plenty for me to see. So yeah, let's crack on with it. I'm on my way to one of the iconic parts of Jakarta, which is the Monas National Monument. So I believe it's a monument to celebrate Indonesia as a country, very patriotic place. And there's also Merdeka Square there, which is going to be a huge area full of places to walk, things to see. So I'm not sure at the moment because, again, I never did too much research because I want to see it firsthand. So I'm heading there now and I'm looking to see what it's like. So it's meant to be, yeah, an amazing place. Made it to the Monas Monument. It's quite a popular area with families, actually. It's quite surprising. Lots of mums and dads with the kids, holding them up in front of the monument for a picture. So you see, it's a big source of pride for a lot of the people here, and it's a very popular place. But I heard people come from all over the country to visit this area, so it makes you feel very lucky to be able to be here and experience a part of Indonesian culture. On a side note, there's a lot of thunder happening right now, exactly. And you can feel in the air that there's rain on the way. I have got an umbrella. So I've been a bit on and off recently with my umbrellas. Did well in Taiwan, didn't do so well in Philippines. But I have got one today because of how bad the weather was this morning. But yeah, I'm going to keep exploring these grounds because there's a lot more to it than just the monument. And you can go inside, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed in or not, but I'm gonna have a little look. But yeah, it's a very relaxed area, very chilled, which is nice. Like I said, lots of families, lots of kids playing, so it gives it a nice atmosphere. Not too busy either, but that could be because the weather's a little bit ominous. So a white t-shirt probably isn't the best thing to wear either. It'll probably see through in about an hour. Just had a lot of photograph requests outside of the monument, which is the first time it's happened in Indonesia. But I guess I've been in Bali where there's lots and lots of tourists. Not as many here, so it's probably a bit more of a novelty. I think because I was recording and people saw me recording, they just ran over and wanted photographs saying artist, artist, which, I do a few drawings, so. But no, it's always unusual. Obviously, having a lot in India, it's happened a few times across my trips. So I'm a bit used to it now. It's not as crazy as it first was, but there's a mum holding a baby and asking for a photograph, and the baby was sick on the floor. She didn't even realise because she's trying to get a photograph with me. So I was a bit like, help your baby first. now leaving the Monas area. I was walking through again then, and a young woman, and I'm guessing her mother, walked over to me saying, photograph? So I was like, yes, of course, of course. But they had a baby, about a 2 or 3 month old baby, and they gave the baby to me. So I was like, oh wow, baby. You're like, yes, baby. I was like, oh God, that's all I need. I love babies, but not holding them because I feel very paranoid I'm gonna drop it. So I was taking the photograph, I was thinking like, please don't drop, please don't drop. It's a funny thing.
After leaving the Monas monument, I made my way to the Masjid Istiqlal, a beautiful mosque a short walk away from the monument and just over the road from the Jakarta Cathedral. After walking through Jakarta's Little India, I entered the huge Glodok Chinatown area of the city, just showing the huge cultural influences on show in Indonesia. You could see the influence on the food, clothes, and street decorations. Soon after, I arrived at Taman Fatahillah, the historical centre of old Jakarta. It was previously known as Batavia City Square when it was under the Dutch rule, but today there was an event ongoing. As I couldn't read any of the signs or information, I gathered it was a celebration of the cultural heritage of Indonesia. And after soaking in the atmosphere, I noticed the dark grey sky and I knew it was time to make a move before the weather took a bad turn.
So I didn't really know what that event was. I got speaking to one person who said he thought it was a cultural celebration event, but obviously because I don't speak Indonesian, I couldn't work out what the words were on the sign, so I'll be able to check out later on. It's just got very dark very quickly, and the thunder has started, the lightning has started, and it's just about starting to rain. So I had to leave that little event a bit earlier than I was planning because, yeah, it could absolutely pour down the rain very soon. It's quite difficult to tell. There was some lightning then. Yeah, it could be bad. I'm trying to save some time by walking along this very, very long main road. Lots of people, but I'm still miles away from where I'm staying. I kept walking too far, I think. It's been a great first day in Jakarta. I've loved it. Everyone's been very, very nice. It's lovely people, which is one of the main things about a new city. You want to make sure you feel comfortable and safe, and I definitely have them here. I had quite a lot of students wanted to speak to me at that event, which was very nice, but in the end I had to say no because I was there for a long time. Rain is getting heavier. I'm gonna have to break out my umbrella, I think. It's more lightning then. Yeah, it's gonna be a big storm very soon. When you get the start of these in these tropical countries, it goes from 0 to 100 so quick, which it is fun, but when you're so far away from where you're staying, it's not good. It's one of the biggest storms I've ever been in, and I include Taiwan. The wind isn't bad here, the wind's fine, but the thunder and lightning is absolutely unbelievable. I've never heard anything like it before. It's so loud, and I can't get a taxi because I've not got internet at the moment. Obviously no one's able to stop because of the weather. was stopping for a while, but I mean, I don't know when this is going to stop, and it's already getting quite late. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute disaster. We've been so far away. Now the wind picks up. Oh, I'm drenched. This is just stupid. Every country I go to, this happens to me. It's ridiculous. Oh, I can't get off this road. It's so bad. Yeah, this is a nightmare.
Eventually, I found a tuk-tuk who would take me back to where I was staying. I was drenched and so relieved. Until...
Well, it's not working. Of course, it's typical. What is that? I mean, it's just a massive storm, and now his trike tuk-tuk is broken. After this 5 minutes of respite in the weather, I might be out again very soon, walking in it or try and find another tuk-tuk. I was going to be trying to find a nice restaurant, you know, some amazing Indonesian food, but
The next idea was to be pushed by another tuk-tuk in the hope that it would be kicked back into life and start again, but I wasn't hopeful.
as expected, I had to leave. It was never going to work, completely broken, that tuk-tuk. I'm just going to try and find another one now, but the weather is just relentless. Like I said, I've seen nothing like this in my life. I'm only thankful there's no wind, because if they had that as well, it'd be unbearable. But this thunder and lightning is, I can't believe it exists this bad. It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it's so bad, the weather, it broke the tuk-tuk. Oh. So yeah, I'm not going to a restaurant tonight for amazing Indonesian food. Let's try again.
And after 5 or 6 more attempts, this time it finally worked.
The rain and and lightning has stopped now, just near where I'm staying. But that series of events was just ridiculous. 2 in a row, they broke. But luckily, after a good few tries, he managed to get it going again and I got away from the storm. But like I said, I can't believe what that weather was like. It's just unbelievable. And if I wasn't so drenched, it would have been quite fun, but I'm absolutely soaking. I can't stay away from that weather. Yeah, what a day. Such a new day here in Jakarta. It's a lot sunnier. Yeah, I didn't want another storm like yesterday, but things change very quickly here, so hopefully it lasts throughout the day. So as I walked through large parts of the city yesterday, I want to do something a little bit different today. So I'm just going to head towards a few different parks in the area. Jakarta's meant to have some really nice parks, but when you walk around the city, it's so busy and chaotic. It's always good to have a little bit of a change of pace. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm heading to one of the nicest parks in the city. But yeah, it's very hot today, very still. First point of call today is to go to a place called Taman Suropati, and it feels like a Sunday activity. It is Sunday today, so a nice chill in a park. Yeah, that sounds like a Sunday to me. But as the day goes on, I'm going to head to different parks, maybe head to the big arena that they have here in Jakarta. And then I also want to go inside the Grand Indonesia, which is a massive mall here. That's my main plan. It's strange being in those two little parks and also where I'm walking now, because it's a roughly 5 to 10 minute walk away from where I was yesterday, like the really busy city, and it's like a completely different place where I am.
As I walked through this part of Jakarta, I was noticing a lot more modern buildings, including the huge 82,000 seat Jakarta International Stadium, before continuing this modern feel with my next destination.
So after exploring the different parks, I'm now heading to Grand Indonesia, which is a bit more of a modern take on Jakarta. It's a huge mall, and I've been past it, but I haven't been inside yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. But it's a very well-known part of Jakarta now. It's very popular, so let's have a look, see what it's like.
After walking around the mall, I was ready for some food. After missing out the day before because of the weather, I finally got a lemon iced tea, which was amazing, but a bit sour. Then I got an amazing Indonesian meal of nasi goreng kakalang, which is an Indonesian fried rice with skipjack tuna. All of it was delicious, and the staff was so kind and happy to see me in their restaurant. It was an amazing meal. My time in Jakarta has been a mix of beautiful, calm nature, experiencing the local parks and residents, but also the colourful culture, busy streets, and of course, becoming trapped in one of the biggest storms I have ever been in. Jakarta is definitely an underrated city, and I can't wait to be back in future to experience more. Check out some more of my videos and subscribe to the channel.